Oh, good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to school on this fine Monday. Today, we're going to pause on our lessons on the word yet. We'll put some more of those in here and there. But today, we're going to talk a little bit about friendship because today is the start of the week where all of our class will show up on Thursdays and Fridays. Well, all 6 of the kids who are hybrid learners. And so, and even though we kind of are stuck at home these days, it's still a good opportunity to make new friends. And so we're going to read a story called The Sandwich Shop. All right. The Sandwich Shop it says by Her Majesty Queen Rania Al Abdullah with Kelly DiPuccio, illustrated by Trisha Tessa. This is Miss Peachy's book, and she says it's a wonderful story. So I think we should read it. It all began with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And it ended with a hummus sandwich. Hummus is delicious. I've never had it in a sandwich. I should try that. Salma and Lily were best friends at school. They drew pictures together. I thought for 1 minute she was drawing on her shoe, but I think she's just sharing paper. They played on the swings together. They jumped rope together. I love these illustrations. Beautiful. And they ate their lunches together. Oh, there's the hummus sandwich. Whoop, drop something. But just what they ate was a little bit different. Lily ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day for lunch. Salma ate a hummus and pita sandwich every day for lunch. And although Lily never said it out loud, she thought Salma's sandwich looked weird and yucky. She felt terrible that her friend had to eat that icky chickpea paste every day. Ugh, ew, yuck. And although Salma never said it out loud, she thought that Lily's sandwich looked strange and gross. She felt just awful that her friend had to eat that gooey peanut butter paste every day. Ugh, gross. And one day, Lily just couldn't hold back those pesky thoughts any longer. Your sandwich looks kind of yucky, she blurted out. What did you say? Salma asked, thinking she must have misunderstood her friend. I said, your sandwich looks yucky. Salma frowned. She looked down at the thin, soft bread, and she thought of her beautiful, smiling mother as she carefully cut Salma's sandwich into 2 neat halves that morning. Her hurt feelings turned mad. Yeah, well, your sandwich looks gross and it smells bad too, Salma snapped back. Lily looked surprised. She sniffed the thick, squishy bread and she thought of her dad in his silly apron whistling as he cut Lily's sandwich into 2 perfect triangles just that morning. Lily scowled. It does not smell bad. Does too. Ew, yuck. Ew, gross. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good, does it? That afternoon, the friends did not draw pictures together, they did not swing together, and they did not jump rope together either. The next day, Salma ate her lunch at one table and Lily ate her lunch at another. Meanwhile, the peanut butter versus hummus story had spread and everyone began choosing sides. Each side had something not so nice to say about the other. Golly, this sounds a little bit like the adult world these days. Peanut butter breath, jelly heads, garlic breath, chickpea brains, like they're just going back and forth. Pretty soon, the rude insults had nothing at all to do with peanut butter or hummus. You're weird. You're stupid. You look funny. You dress dumb. And then it happened. Somebody yelled, food fight! Peanut butter and hummus sandwiches and other lunch favorites began flying back and forth between both sides of the lunchroom. They stuck to the walls. They stuck to the ceiling. They stuck to the lunch lady. When the sandwiches were all gone, pudding cups and applesauce and carrot sticks took flight. Salma and Lily looked at one another from across the rowdy, splattered room. They both felt ashamed by what they saw. Because it wasn't the sandwiches that started the fight. They both felt really ashamed when the principal called them into her office after they had helped clean up the mess. Oh, she doesn't look very happy about it. Look at her face. She wasn't feeling that food fight. The following day, Salma set her lunch down across from Lily's. The 2 girls nibbled on their sandwiches in silence. Finally, Lily got up the courage to speak. Would you like to try a bite of my peanut butter and jelly? Selma grinned. Sure, why not? Would you like to try my hummus and pita? Lily laughed. I'd like that. On the count of 3. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Mmm, yummy! Hey, this is delicious, and this is heavenly. The girls giggled and hugged and traded sandwiches. After lunch, Salma and Lily met with the principal again. This time, they were there to suggest a very special event for the whole school. And that's how it all began, with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and ended with a hummus and pita sandwich. Oh boy, look at that. They have all kinds of food from all over the world that their friends get to try. Isn't that so cool? Now, had they started with that and not gotten so frustrated with each other for having different opinions, then they would have been able to skip the food fight. I think there's a really good lesson in that it's okay to disagree with someone. And if you want to know more about that, maybe you just ask. Like if you have a different opinion about something, instead of saying ugly things about them because their opinion is different, maybe you just ask to understand. And while you still might disagree, like they might not have enjoyed each other's sandwiches, but they were going to be back to being friends again just because they asked. And it's okay to disagree with someone and still be friends with them. Isn't that cool? It's okay to have a different opinion or a different feeling about something and still be friends. That's how the world works. That's great news, because one day you're going to grow up and work with someone who doesn't feel the same way you do about something, and you have to work with them still anyway. And so, like in grown-up jobs, that's how it works sometimes. But you just try to understand their point of view and then respect it, even if you don't agree with it. Pretty cool. Anyway, I hope that you have a great day and that all your lessons work and everything opens beautifully and everything goes smoothly and you have no questions because you learned so much. You think that's how it'll be? I think so too. I'll see you later.